What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thin Ghost back again with another Invincible video. And today what I wanted to do, man, I wanted to go into a little bit of detail on my personal thoughts and my perspective, like what I think is going on behind an issue that I see a lot of my subscribers are kind of taking an issue with regarding the character designs of the Invincible animated series. Now, they revealed a lot of the character designs recently in the new comic book, the reprint of issue 1 from Free Comic Book Day. They released an issue like letting people see in the back of the issue a couple of pages and a little detailed article talking about some stuff that's going to be going on in the Invincible animated series. They let us see what some of the characters are going to look like, and they gave us a few details regarding the show itself. But one thing that's really oh yeah, and also on the Skybound website and a couple of the social medias, they revealed a couple more character designs and pictures that they uploaded. But one thing that a lot of people seem to be pointing out is the race swaps. There's a lot of different, well, not too many, well, it's enough enough to take notice, you know, and kind of begs the question, what else did they change that they haven't shown yet? But people are noticing some race changes, man. So it looks like that they're making Mark Grayson and his mother Asian, for one, and of course the most noticeable one is Amber. She seems to be turning into a, well, not seems, you can see it clear as day. She's turning into it. Well, I'm pretty sure this is Amber, but I don't know if this is confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure that they race swapped Amber to a African American, you know, a black girl. And also it seems like Rexplode is going to be like Indian or like Middle Eastern, something like that. And my opinion is that it seems like what they're doing is they're changing the race of the characters to fit the people, like the actors who are actually voice acting these people. Like, for example, Stephen Ewing and Maggie, I think, well, no, I said Maggie, what's her name? Maggie O, I think? No, Sandra Oh. I don't know why I said Maggie. I must be thinking about The Walking Dead. But Sandra Oh and Stephen Ewing, they're both of Asian background. And they're doing the voice of Mark Grayson and Debbie Grayson. So I think that's one of the reasons why they are making them Asian. And also Zazie Beetz, she's black. She's going to be doing the voice of Amber, and you know, they made her black. And I don't know the name. I can't remember that guy's name to save my life. It's very hard to pronounce. But the guy who's doing the voice of Rexplode, I think he's Indian or Middle Eastern, and they've made Rexplode like super brown. Nothing's wrong with that. You know, I'm not racist or nothing, but these characters are not accurate to the characters that have been established in the comic book already. And a lot of people are taking issue with that. Now, me, I'm gonna tell you what I feel about it straight up. I think it's always better, man, to stick to the comic book accurate, like, you know, like stick to the comics, man. I like it when comics are ripped straight off the page and just brought to life and put on the screen. I love that. I love when it's accurate to the source material. I absolutely love that. It's just a feeling that I get, man, seeing stories that I've previously read be brought to life and just recreated, and you get to see fights that you've enjoyed reading just put on the screen, and you just get to see it in motion, and you just get to see, even if you know what's gonna happen, it's just so epic. I just like, it's a feeling that I can't really explain, man. It's one of the reasons why I enjoyed watching The Walking Dead so much back in the earlier seasons, although that show changed a tremendous amount, and I think it would have been so much better if they stayed accurate to the comic book and kept literally everything that was in the comic there and just put it on the screen. The story was already perfect, in my opinion. The times where they did do comic book accurate scenes, I always loved to see it. And it got to a point to where I would talk to some of my homeboys and stuff like that, and I would tell them what was going to happen, or I would show them in the book what should happen and how it should happen, and we would look for it in the episode. And it was always cool when we would point out and see exactly when they did that, something from the comic, and then we would kind of like discuss how good they did it and stuff like that. That was always really cool, and I really was looking forward to seeing that in Invincible. Now I'm not saying that's not going to happen, because no doubt they're probably going to do that, but what has people just, you know, discussing and kind of like upset is just these race swaps. And I think that's why they're doing it, man. I think they're doing that because they're just trying to make the characters better represent the people that's doing their voices. But a lot of people, man, they're going to be seeing this for the first time. and they haven't read the comic book Invincible, so they're going to be thinking that these are the actual characters and they're not represented properly. You know, like I said, I don't have a problem with them doing this. It's not making me damn the show. Like, I'm not just gonna condemn it out the gate and say it's fucked up and I'm never gonna watch the show. But I care more about the personalities and making sure that everybody acts the way that they're supposed to act. But as just a personal preference, man, I really would like it more if they just kept it comic book accurate. The characters have already been established in the comic. We already know what they look like in the comic. You know what I'm saying? And this comic is not old. It's been around for years. You know what I'm saying? So almost 20 years, bro. So they could just keep everything the way that it is in the comic. And the comic, you know, the art is so good, especially with Ryan Ottley's artwork. They literally could just, it already looks like an animated series, man. All they gotta do is add motion to it. It's not really much they have to change. So for them to go out of their way to do these race swaps, and there's something else, you know, not really a big character at all, but I just want to throw it out there. Robert Kirkman said during the Skybound Expo that Sonequa Martin Queen, I think that's how you pronounce her name, the chick that plays Sasha in the Walking Dead series and who also stars in that Star Trek Discovery show, she is going to be doing the voice of the Green Ghost, part of the, that's a hero from the original squad of the Guardians of the Globe. And the Green Ghost was originally a male, but he said that they're changing it into a female. Now, his reasoning was pretty stupid, and it kind of makes me a little worried for what else that they might change in this show. And like I said, fingers crossed, man. Hopefully the show is still amazing and they don't go too crazy with these changes. But when Robert Kirkman makes statements like this, I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? He said that yeah, so we changed the Green Ghost into a female because, you know, I was young when I first made Invincible. I was in my early 20s and we didn't have enough females in comic books. When he said that, I was just like, what? Do you have any idea how many females you have in your own universe, bro? Like, are you serious? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting so tired of people in entertainment just running with this narrative of inclusion and race swaps and, you know, relationships with white and black folks. Like I said, I don't have a problem with, you know what I'm saying? Like do what you want to do, bruh. But I'm just tired of them trying to make it like a bigger issue than what they think it is. It's like they're creating all these narratives from nothing, and they're inserting all this bullshit into our stories for no reason, thinking they're trying to serve some kind of purpose or fix a problem that isn't even there or doesn't even need fixing. And it's like that's what I hate about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got no problems with all this stuff in isolation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to give it a black person, you want to give it a white person, like do what you gotta do, bro. Like, I really don't care, man. But I just hate when they try to make it seem like they're doing some kind of justice, like they're blessing us. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to change the world or change entertainment by doing certain things, and stories suffer for this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We see it happen time and time and time and time and time again. And also, as far as changes go, another angle to come from it that I wanted to bring up before I wrap this video up. A lot of people didn't mind the changes in the Walking Dead comic book. For example, I'm gonna bring up another example here too, and I hate that the only examples I can think of are live action shows when we're talking about an animated series right now, but they're both based off of comic books, so that's why I want to use this. But the Walking Dead, it made a lot of changes. Now, I really enjoyed the show in like the first 6-7 seasons, but I did get bothered by a lot of these changes. For example, Andrea not being with Rick and getting killed off in season 3. Like, what the fuck? Like, Andrea and Rick is one of the most powerful, you know what I'm saying, relationships and power couples that I've read in a comic book. I absolutely love their relationship in the comic book, but we never got to see that flourish or even come to life in the show. They just had him get with Michonne. Another weird, you know, white-black relationship that never happened in the comic. And I honestly really love the relationship between Rick and Michonne in the comic book a whole lot more, because they just got each other's back and they just best friends, bro. They just cool as fuck. And I really like that. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that's what was going on with the show, till out of nowhere they just started kissing on the couch. And I was just like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, you know, that's something that I never really agree with. Then when I tell people that haven't even read the comic about that, like I was talking to this one chick at this game store that I went to, she ain't never even read the comic, and I was telling her about how Andrea was with Rick originally in the comic book and how much better that was. And when I just mentioned that Andrea and Rick was together before I even gave the details, she gave me like a yucky look, like what? And I was just like, no, you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they giving people that don't know no better, you know what I'm saying? They messing up their outlook on what the original source material was. You know what I'm saying? And I hate when stuff like that happen, bro. And now on some occasions there are situations that are unavoidable where maybe like an actor wants out of the show, so they have to find a way to kill them off and make it work with the story, and then kind of replace the role of what that actor was supposed to be filling with some other character or some other actor, and just kind of switch up the scenario, you know, just like have one actor or one character play the role of something that another character was supposed to do. And it's something that happened behind the scenes that made that happen. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, you know, like an actor gets in a fight with a director or something and then they get rid of them or something like that. So sometimes it's unavoidable situations like that. But frankly, I feel like if they come at the show from the right mindset and doing the right thing from the start, maybe none of that shit will happen. But it is what it is. And like I said, those situations are like special cases. And like I said, a lot of people actually like the changes in The Walking Dead. Like even people that read the comic is what I'm saying. Like from this angle, a lot of people that read the comic and know the source material in and out, they like the changes in the comic because they like the changes in the show because they feel like it catches them off guard, and it shows them something new, and you know, it keeps them on their toes and everything, and makes them feel like they're experiencing something new, you know. But like I said, that's their opinion. You know, you're free to have your opinion, but I don't really agree with that. Like I said earlier, I prefer seeing iconic moments from the comic be brought to life, especially with live action actors. Like that's even more incredible. You know what I'm saying? I love animation, don't get me wrong. I prefer animation over live action shows, but with The Walking Dead being turned into a live action show, I was just blown away by the acting and, you know, what they did with it. And I was super excited to see iconic moments brought to life. Something other, you know, that doesn't have to do with race, but another thing huge that they changed was killing off Sophia. Sophia died in season 2, but she never dies in the comic book. Another even bigger change, Carl. He dies in the show, but he never died in the comic book. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just like they make changes a lot, and it just makes you beg the question, just make you think, like, are they going to change a lot in the Invincible TV series? I really hope they don't. And if they do make changes, this is another thing. I want to come at it from both angles so you can see all perspectives. A lot of times changes don't actually hurt stuff, they actually enhance things. You know what I mean? Like another great example, using The Walking Dead again, Shane in the comic book, he wasn't really a deep character at all, and he didn't even last that long. He only lasted for like 5-6 issues or something like that, but he wasn't really a deep character at all. He still snapped on Rick and tried to kill Rick, but imagine Shane's story arc without none of the detail and just fast forwarded super fast. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really get that much time with Shane, and he didn't really get that much of a story arc. But in the show, John Bernthal's portrayal of Shane and just his whole arc, and just he was amazing in that show, man. And he really added so much to the show and the character of Shane. So sometimes you can have a lot more depth, and you can have a lot more added with changes to different characters in certain situations that weren't further fleshed out in the comic book. But other times you take stuff, you change stuff that never needed to be changed. You know what I mean? And that whole race swap thing just opened the door to a conversation that I wanted to have with Invincible fans and just other comic book and television, you know what I'm saying? Just all fans of this stuff, and just really discuss like how it can be a detriment to the source material, it can be a detriment to the show, the story you're trying to tell, or sometimes it can help out, you know what I'm saying? It can add to it. And they really got to be careful what they do with this stuff, man, and the reasons why they do it. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it because of no agenda or nothing like that. Like, if you're gonna change some stuff, man, do it because you want to try to add stuff to the story that wasn't there before. And if you want to take stuff away, do it because maybe you felt like it could be better represented in a different way. it, something like that. You know, it can always be different reasons for it. You don't have to do it for a negative reason, and you have to be careful with what you tamper and mess with. But yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts on that, man. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Let's talk about it, man. I just really wanted to get my thoughts out there. Like I said, man, I would prefer if they kept it to the comic and don't change nothing at all. But let's hope that their personalities are accurate to the characters in the comic, and the show is still amazing nonetheless. So hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are, man. Hit like, hit dislike, hit the bell to be notified for more videos like this one. Share this video, man. Let me know what you think, bro. And I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are. And until next time, guys, peace.